Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today not about clay but fake Lego. You might be thinking, what does fake Lego have to do with this channel? Not much in the first place, but as I love making figures, I also love other figures like I love Lego. And sometimes there are Lego figures that you can't get, too expensive or don't exist, and you think, why not just buy fake Lego? Often cheaper and sometimes you get far more out of it. Well, this time I'm going to make a little series about certain opportunities you could take to buy fake Lego online, and this fake Lego actually sometimes is worth its money, more than you might think. The first option of fake Lego I bought from Amazon. As you can see, all these figures, these animals, they're mainly based on Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies, as you can see with these warhawks or this war ram or even more these wargs. Now the price was around 20 bucks, so 20 euros, maybe $20. Could be a bit different depending where you live, what your currency is. Now you get exactly what you see here: two deer, reindeer you might call them, three wargs, a war ram and a warhawk. Now let's talk about different specific things about these figures. Price, in general, 20 bucks is not too much, so I think that's okay. Quality of the plastic, it's okay. It is definitely not perfect. As you can see, the printing is okay. It's definitely nothing you could praise about, but I think it's okay. For what you're getting, kids will play it with definitely, because it looks good in that way. And yeah, the quality of all of these is a bit different, I would say. I would say the two deers are the lowest quality. You might be even able to see it on the antlers. Not the best of plastic quality. And I think the War Ram and the Warhawk are the second best quality. Yes, the plastic is a bit cheaper than Legos, but I think it gets the job done well. And then there are the Wargs, which I think have the best quality Lego, quality fake Lego. If I sell Lego to these things, I might get sued for a few millions. No, but I think it also fits with the shape. They're really made well, I think. Not as well as Lego, maybe. Perhaps I can't compare them, sadly. I don't have a Lego Warg, but that would be too expensive to have. Now, let's talk about the different ones. Now, first I would like to talk about the one I think is the worst, this deer. It's not bad. You have to put the antlers in place so you can see, you can remove them quite easily. The printing is okay, as I said. It's nice to have such a thing. You can, of course, put a minifigure on it. Just take a real Lego elf. And yeah, it looks fine. Enough space and everything. Of course, it's not the best. So if you like something that fits more with an elven theme of like Thranduil riding a steer and cutting orcs in half, you might really want to take a reindeer from Lego. I think this fits much better with the Lego vibe. It's much smoother and in a certain way different details make it look better. Of course, it has no saddle on here, but you can still fix that. But of course, you have to remember, um, this deer you will get for 20 bucks with all of the others. This deer you can get in a $100 set or in a $40 set, which is Santa's Christmas sleigh, so might be a bit expensive for just to get one of these, so you might have to think about it. Now, the second of them is nearly the same, different color. I like that, bit of variation. The printing is a bit darker, same saddle printing, same face printing. The antlers are nearly the same, it's just a bit of the color gradient that it's different, and it's the same figure. I don't really like this one better than the other. I think the bright brown one is the better one because with the antlers being the same color as the rest of the deer and it being very dark, it doesn't look that well. It might have been better to make it in maybe the color of the boar hog. We'll look later at, but it's okay. It's okay for its money. Now going into the round of the second best figures, I think, is boar, the warhog. This you might know from The Hobbit, where Dian Ironfoot is riding on. And just to show you, the saddle can be removed. It's an okay figure from that. You can, of course, put a minifigure here on that, or you can just put the saddle on back and put then a minifigure on it. Let me just grab a quick dwarf. Now, you have this dwarf, and you put him on. In online reviews I have seen, people talked about how if with beard pieces and armor pieces it might be difficult to get figures on this, and I can agree. The beard fits nearly, as you can see, but if it would be something bigger, like a big armor piece that goes down the entire body, it might be too small, this gap here. So yeah, but I think it still fits. The dwarf is not too high up, as you know, these dwarves can't sit with their short legs, but I think this figure is good for its value. It's one of the best of these bounds in sort of what it is, not in sort of the plastic or anything, but I like the boar hog very, very much. Now to the war ram. As you can see, just with the war hog, I think these two have the best printing, and yeah, the saddle is a bit off, a bit dirty, just not the best printing, but I think that's okay for what you're getting here. The one thing that happens to mine doesn't have to happen to all. It keeps falling off. I might just glue it on because there's no reason not to have it on there. Now, the printing of the armor is very nice with the golden trim. You can also put the dwarven figure on here, but as you can see, it gets even more difficult here because of the horns, you have very little space for the hands to wield something. So it works. You can have foreign, any of the company riding on these to defeat Azog the Slaughterer, but still, I think it's good for its value. Nothing to worry about here. One thing I have to mention is that, of course, these figures aren't all the same. You will see that in a minute. On the white work, I have something that I'm not really happy with, but I think it's understandably okay for its price, as I said. All of these figures don't need to be the same quality. This boar is, I think, very good. One of yours, if you would buy it, maybe the saddle doesn't fit right, or maybe there's a print off. It could be always, but that's, I think, a risk every toy has. Even Lego has produced misprints, mismolds, so I think that's something you have to be wary of. I mean, it's not a scam buy, so you can be very sure that you will get these figures. You will get all of these figures, and then it's just the risk of something being off. And there's the thing I want to talk about now, the works. From plastic, they look very, very good, but here might be the first problem. As you can see, the mouth doesn't stay. Normally, let me just get something quick. Now, just to show you how Lego does it, Lego has two options for mouthpieces. Let's just take the T-Rex because his head is very large. Very good to see. You can open it slightly, close it, and have it very wide open. This is because of the hinges, as you can see here, these tiny little dots. Yeah, focus, focus. And the dots that are built in here. So they keep it in place. Now, this T-Rex can open and close his mouth a bit and very much. So the works have a bit of a different problem in that approach, that they don't close fully, at least two of them. You can open it, you can close it a bit, but it won't stay. I think that's a bit unfortunate, but it also fits the theme of these works to have an open mouth, so I'm personally not really worried about it. Now they have a saddle, all of them came with a saddle. It was a bit difficult to get it in place, as I said, quality of the plastic and quality of everything. Tail is movable a bit, is fine. and the head is also movable, which I think is very cool. Sniffing for something, sniffing for dwarves. Now, the eyes on this gray one, they're a bit off. I think they could be better, but the printing overall on the face is okay. Yes, the teeth could be a bit better made, and the nose is also a bit, maybe a drop of paint got somewhere else, but I think it's very good on this one. Then the white work, Azak's war. I think I don't have, sadly. Here's the thing I was talking about. Let's just focus on that. It's blue. This color here is blue, and it probably is a misprint, a miscast of something of sorts. And you can, of course, see in that moment the blue paint or blue plastic. That's unfortunate. You can just take something and cut it off. I think that's not a big of a problem. It's such a little detail that you won't notice the edge. Overall, I think on this figure, the printing is very good, especially for the white work. The nose, I don't really like that it's so red, but it fits very well. The eyes I like even better than on the gray work, and overall it's a very good figure. Of course, head is movable, tail is movable. And now let's come to the last figure. Let's get to the last work. This work actually has a functioning jaw. Very well, this boy can eat. Now, as you can see, this is what I meant. You can close it a bit, close it fully, or have it open very much. Now, this is what it's supposed to be. The funny thing is, this work came unassembled. So these two pieces, these four pieces, one side, other side, tail, and head, were all separate pieces. Now, the other two works came already pre-built, so that might be something that has to do with it. I also plopped on the jar on this one after I bought it, so maybe that's something of a production error, but I think it's okay. So I'm also not sure if for everyone who would buy these two would be to build, and this one, this one would be to build, and these two would already be pre-built, but I can't really know that. This one, the printing is fine. He sadly doesn't have any nose. I would have liked to have a bit of a black or maybe dark brown nose on him, but I think overall he's fine as he is. The eyes fit very well. The saddle is grey in this point because having a brown saddle on a brown walk wouldn't be that good, but I think he's a well figure, and let's come to a conclusion. Now, of course, it's not real Lego. It's not the quality of Lego. It's lower quality. You can see it. You will feel it. Does a kid care about that? No, it wants to play with these toys. So if you want to buy this for your kid, you can just buy it, and your kid will have no problem at all. Now, does it fit for the minifigures? Let's just take a closer look. We already proved it with the deer, so, and the two other dwarven things. So let's just take an orc and put him into these saddles. As all of these walks are the same, he will fit into all of them. Fits nicely. Approved. Now, is the price worth it? Yes, very much. For 20 bucks and of course the shipping fee, I think it's very much worth it because you get very good figures that are of good quality, and that, at least for the price of the quality, and these are figures you won't get from Lego. The walks you can get for very, very high prices, like 10, 20, maybe 30 bucks for one work. This war boar and this war ram don't even exist in Lego, so that's something you can't even buy if you don't want to buy fake Lego. And these deer, you can replace them with the reindeer from Lego, but I think they're okay. So I think it's worth its price. It's worth everything that you get from it, and I think it is a solid choice for something that you need, like an army building Lord of the Rings, and he doesn't want to buy 100 works for 1,000 bucks. You can of course just buy this, and have enough of it. So I think this Lego buy, fake Lego buy, is approved. I think it's very good, and in its value, it has no problems.